So Isaacs and Isaacs is celebrating a big anniversary in the community. 30 years fighting for the people of Kentuckiana. Daryl Isaacs joins us live in the studio, taking a break from his celebrating to visit us just a little bit. Daryl, congratulations. I mean, really, 30 years, that's just it's huge. It really is.
Well, first, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're very excited. My father and I started it 30 years ago, and at one point I saw him kind of get a little chuckle when I told him my idea and everything, but 30 years later, we've helped over 60,000 people do billions of dollars, and we love it.
Right, and we can't miss your billboards driving down the highway. They're the most, they win the award for the billboards that you cannot miss, and that's been by design. I think the advertising that you do and the strategy with that, it is eye-catching. But then I mean, it's worked. It's worked for 30 years.
Well, yes, I mean, you know, it's funny because I grew up and I've always been into sales and service and servicing the customer, and I knew what I wanted to do. I used to run my grandfather's jewelry store, and we didn't advertise, and I would sit and watch the door never open.
Yeah.
So I just thought, whatever I do in life, I'm going to advertise. And so I knew early on what I was going to do. And I mean, every day, everybody has to market and brand themselves for everything.
Everything.
Like, you want a spouse, you want to get in college, you want a job. So we just take it, you know, a little crazy, but.
And then some things too, do you look back and you think, okay, let's just try it. Let's just try it. And there's probably some things you're like, well, that was a bad idea, you know, or maybe we won't do that again. Have you had those where you're just like, oh my gosh, or things that you're like, was there something that surprised you that really worked that you're like, that's never going to work?
Well, yeah, so that's the thing. You got to take a lot of risks. This weekend, I got 3 more ideas incorporated. So, you know, I got a great marketing team. I have to tell them on Monday, look, I signed up for this, because they, a lot of times, like a heads up. But sometimes you just got to execute quickly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just say every day I fail at things, but you learn, and then sometimes an idea is phenomenal. So, you know, I think people are always afraid to fail. I'm afraid if I don't fail.
Don't get me started, because I feel like failing has a bad PR rep. Like, we don't want to fail, like, you know, getting somebody injured or in trouble, right? But I think sometimes, like, making those mistakes, aren't those mistakes the things you look back on and think, that's why I'm here 30 years later?
So you get the secret.
You understand it. Like, I think, like, you know, I have a teenage son. He turned 16 this weekend, and he's like, I don't want to make a mistake. And I'm like, no. I'm like, make mistakes, fail, because that's, right? That's how you get there.
I mean, and I always try to motivate people, and my whole life I failed. I mean, I failed the bar twice. I failed everything. I was almost last in my class. But you get better. The more you fail, then when you get a victory, it's like, wow, this is great. Even my kids. I mean, I have 3 kids, but I have one. She's ferocious. I mean, I'm just like, she's going to die trying. She gets it. The others are getting it, but you can't be afraid to try. I'd rather fail to. I just would rather fail than not try at all.
See, we've got like this TED Talk going on. Maybe we need to send you out on the road to like give your
I do lectures of this all over the country, but I do it for law firms.
But I think kids need to hear this too, truly.
I agree, absolutely.
If we're going to have a community of people that give back like you, and I think that's one thing that I do want to mention too, is for you early on, you realized it's one thing to have the business and be successful and be out there, but there is a part, I see you at all these events, not bragging about these events, but you're at these events, supporting kids, supporting U of L, supporting, like, that's always been for you, like, non-negotiable. You're always there doing something in the community.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If you can, you should. So we've been very blessed. So, like, we've got, and I got an amazing marketing team. I mean, all this at me. I don't just show up. They make me look good. They think of everything. We love doing stuff in the community. We do all over the state. But we have an event coming up. We're going to do, like, we're going to help pay for adoption fee for animals. We're going to give away 5,000 backpacks to school kids. We got so much we want to do, but I couldn't do it without my team because, you know, they made me.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by.
That's great.
Congratulations, and I mean, keep up the great work.
Well, thank you.
Right? If you need somebody to go on the road and open for you for your TED Talk speech, I'll do your open. I'll be your opening act. Daryl, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So if you want to get in touch, of course, with Daryl, all you have to do is head on over to wewin.com.